Good afternoon. I want to talk about a couple of Schrade old timer knives I have here. Bought both of them on eBay a couple years ago. Excuse me, I just had to wet my whistle here. A couple of them, and I actually found this one first. Got a pretty good deal on it. Been looking at them. Some of them are pretty rough. It's kind of like the Case folding hunter, large folding hunter knife. It's a pretty good size knife here. Let me raise this up a little bit. Sorry about that. So yeah, pretty good size knife here. Move this around. Here you go. So, you know, pretty big two-bladed knife. I put the lanyard in. Lanyard didn't come on it. So it's got a big clip blade. And this bad boy is very sharp. Very sharp. I cleaned it up when I got it. I guess this would be, I don't know if I'd call it a spade blade. It's more like a skinning blade. I would use it, I would use it to skin with. This is a long blade. It is about, the cutting edge is about 3.5, okay? Total is about 4. If you can see. But I'll get this reversed better. You can see it better, but you can see the size of it. Good, good knife, good hefty knife to carry every day. People say, what would you use a big knife like that for? Well, hey, a lot of field work, you use it at work. You can, carry it, actually came with this sheath. Pretty good looking sheath. Original sheath. This clip point, it's about 3 3/4 on the cutting edge. About 3 3/4 on the cutting edge. It's overall this knife is pretty long. It's about 9 1/4 from the tip of the blade to the end of the bolster. It's old timer, and it is a 25 OT, which stands for old timer. 25 OT. I've carried it a few times. Like I said, I've carried it turkey hunting with me. It's a good hefty knife, man. It's big. It fits your hands good. I can get full 4 fingers on it. Good grip on it. And I guess they probably made this for hunters. Back when they came out of these, there were a lot more men that hunted. We didn't have cell phones or computers, so we didn't sit around and stare at the computers and play video games and all. We were outside, I guess. So that's a nice hefty, nice carrying knife. It's got a good sheath with it. Still got some good snap. So good heavy duty made sheath. I thought about making me another sheath for it, but I thought, man, why? What's the point? It's got a good sheath to it. So great sheath with it. So I found another one on there, and these are even harder to find. This is the 154 OT. 154 OT. And I don't know, I guess maybe somebody tried to doctor their handle up a little bit or customize it, but I kind of like that. Made it look a little different. It's been cleaned up. You know, I could see it in the picture, but this, I bought 2 of these. I bought me one and I bought my stepson one. My stepson carries his literally every day, and he's got the original sheath. Now I made this cross draw sheath, cross carry sheath, scout carry, whatever you want to call it. And I've carried it turkey hunting. Of course, I got some turkey track stamps on it. Really should have made this sheath a little longer. Maybe get a little bit more of it up in there, but it stays in, you know. So probably needed to make it a little bit longer. But it's a nice carrying knife. Just kind of a scout pancake sheath, scout draw. I wet formed it to it. That's why it's, you know, it's got a little play to it, a little snug to it. So, but this blade, see, it's even got somewhat of a finger choil right here. Somewhat of a finger choil. You can put your finger right here and, you know, rest it. I thought about putting some jimping on it, but I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna mess with it because I can still use it. The blade, the cutting blade is about 3 1/4, about 3 1/4. So the cutting blade is about 3 1/4. You can see right there, about 3 1/4. If I can get it on there, it's about 3 1/4. One of the cool things about this blade is the way the knife has got that curve in it. It's got a nice curve. This would make a great EDC knife too, one you just wanted to carry. If I was going to carry it EDC, I'd make me another sheath for it. This one's pretty good, but I'd probably make one that was a little bit longer out here. Probably cover this much of it up. I can still grab it by the lanyard. So, and that bead, that's a piece of oak, and I actually made the bead. I've made some beads, and then just kind of burned something on them. But it's a piece of oak, just an oak limb I cut, you know, and just sanded it down and all. But so great knife here. I think it'd make a great EDC. Now I did polish the brass here. I polished the brass up. The blade and all was pretty polished. I wiped it off, but it is a Schrade USA 154 OT. Like I said, it's got a good, nice finger choil right here. I love the shape of the blade, man. I really do. And it's just a great carry knife. And it's real. It's just the way it's curved. It's like the ergonomics is so good with it. It just fits in your hand perfect. It really does. So, you know, I like it. I like it a lot. I've carried it a little bit. I'll probably carry it some turkey season coming up. It's kind of neat to have an old school Schrade old timer. You can see the old timer. I cleaned that up too a little bit. I polished that up. I've got some polish here. This stuff right here is good. Good for stainless, good for nickel, good for sterling silver. You can see how it cleaned the brass and the little shield up. So, nice knife, cool knife to have. Be a good, like Ralph said, real good skinning knife. It's carbon steel, so you have to take a little extra care with it. Fantastic little knife. Fantastic little knife. Let's see what else I got in my little bag of goodies. This is one of my little knife. My wife got me a little knife storage thing. So this is a cross draw. This is a cross draw sheath here. I made one of my first ones I made, and it's for Missoula. This one it's not really made for this one, but it's made for Missoula. Now I've got another cross draw, and this is a TCal. That's another good fixed blade. This is a fantastic fixed blade, good for self-defense. You know, this could be used for your getting somebody off of your knife. You know, very good knife. He's from Georgia, TCal. Like I said, it'd make a good knife. Carry it concealed, come around. Turned out, and this is only 4 ounce leather. I didn't make this one out of 8 ounce. I made it for myself, so I didn't do that. So nothing in there. See what I got in here. These are just some of my folders. I'm not going to talk about them. I also have, I bought this one a couple years ago at Blade Show. This is a White River, and I love this thing. I love this thing. It's just a cool blade shape, and it's their Fire series. And I put that little knob. I cut me a piece and just drilled a hole in it and sanded it real kind of pretty, and piece of bone. This is a piece of bone from a turkey wing I used. So pretty cool. You see, I've used it. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I've used it. But this knife is stainless steel. It is S35VN. S35, and I think that's what my Benchmade is. S35VN, if I'm not mistaken. It's S30V. This is S30V. So this is S35VN. It's the FC 3.5. 3436 is the model. So it's a White River. It's made in USA. It's one of their fire knives, bushcraft knife. It's got this sheath with it. You could wear it as a neck knife if you wanted to. Just hang it right here. I have carried it kayaking with me. Put your little striker in there. You ready to roll, man. So just a couple fixed blades. And then these charades here. Of course, I've got an Essie. I've got three or four Essies. I use them too. I like to carry a fixed blade a lot of days. Like an Azula. I hadn't carried this much as far as EDC, but I may start carrying it. But I'm gonna work on my holster a little bit with this thing. But I may start carrying this one. If you need a good item just to put some knives in, is for storage. This thing right here is a good deal. You can get them. I think you can get them on Amazon. Actually, it's got these zippers. You can hang it up. You can see you can hang it up. Got all these pouches. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pouches. In this pouch I just carry some folders. Just carry some folders. I carry a folder most days unless I get out. You know, if I've got a fixed blade, I don't carry my Benchmade. I do carry some folders. So I like to carry a folder. You know, they're good to have, good to carry. So anyway, get you one of these, man. You just take it and run your little thing through it. Here, your little latch. You can tighten it up. And then you can just pick it up and go with it. That's all you got to do. Good to have. Anyway, hope you liked the video. I will be posting this one and the last and the one on the knife sharpening here in a few minutes. So, y'all remember, lazy man carries a dull knife. Keep your knife sharp. Lazy man carries a dull knife. Have a great week. God bless you. Just remember, he's in control. And be safe out there. If you like this video, hit the bell, hit the like. Appreciate comments, and I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Have a great week.